Rise and shine, you guys. It's PoemTee back with it. Part 3. I ran out of space and storage, so I'm back at the drawing board once I was able and allowed to. But I want to talk to you guys and piggyback off of what we just was talking about in part 2, where it reveals something about either ourselves, that interaction, or our environment. Because at the end of the day, if we continue to make the same decisions, and if that's brought to the forefront, if that's what's spoken, let's dissect the truth. Let's dissect what's being said. And if it reveals either their heart posture or their views of you, then it reveals that, and it's something to be had in that. Either you move away from those people that are discouraging you or not the best in your circle, or if there's truth to what they're saying and you need to look in the mirror, let's do that. Let's dissect what they're saying so we can grow, so we can heal, so we can unlearn habits that we become accustomed to because how long we've had them embedded in us. But nothing is unachievable. Nothing is unmanageable. Nothing is going to stop us because we're unstoppable with Christ. So at the end of the day, whenever the truth is arise, because everything done in the dark comes to the light. So when it hits the fan, baby, we got to deal with what fell. And everything that hit the fan, it falls into pieces, and everything falls, and it looks like everything's falling apart. But at the end of the day, the second everything is falling apart is when God could step in and put the pieces back together the way he ordained it, the way he orchestrated it, the way he intended it to be done. Because at first, when we are living life of our own accord and we're doing things according to our own righteousness, our own belief system, our own prejudgment, because at the end of the day, we justify things to comfort us, to still stay in sin, to still stay in that bed that we made for ourselves. But we don't have to stay laying there. We don't have to continue to sleep with fleas. We could shake that shit off and really get to where God is wanting us to be. And that is to become our authentic self, to become who he called us to be. And I've recently found out I'm a prayer warrior. I'm an intercessor. And also, since I already came to closing with this point, I want to piggyback off, well, not piggyback, but bring up what I did want to talk in my actual part 3 about, which is we learn from each other. Don't discredit who the information and knowledge is coming from, because, baby, there is something to be learned. There is something that we could self-reflect about. Everything is a learning experience. So are we looking at it like that? Are we utilizing the opportunity as a learning experience? Or are we overlooking it and not seeing the good in all things? Because even if a situation is bad, did it teach you something? Did you gain more strength? Did you become another person within the fire? You come out like a phoenix or a phonics, or however you say that word, with the bird that comes out of the ashes. But at the end of the day, it's proven, baby, we are unstoppable. We are in the body of Christ. And when we move like we're in the body of Christ, God does marvelous, magical things that only he could have done. Only explanation is but God. And it could only have been God. So you guys, when I said we could learn from each other, and this is all a learning experience, the reason why I even brought that up, and the reason why I even said I was a prayer warrior and an intercessor, I was not stepping into my light and my calling and even embodying who God called me to be until I started to learn from my child. My baby was praying over people that I got encouraged, and I got motivated by my own child. My daughter at 6, 7, she's praying for people, and I'm seeing it be like manifested in the real world. Like people that others would say, oh yeah, he's on his deathbed, my baby going to pray over that person. And I'm praying in the secret place with God, in my intimate time with God, and she's praying out loud, outwardly expressing her prayer and her request in front of people, doing it for people, doing it with no care in the world. That encouraged me to want to pray for people. That yesterday I told this lady, like, can I pray for you? And it's crazy. I was supposed to say, I'm going to pray for you, because I don't like to pray out loud. And baby, we're in the airport restroom and there's other people around, and it came out the way God intended it. It came out the way it was supposed to, because when I said, can I pray for you? She was like, yeah, of course. And it was the cleaning lady, but we were having a great conversation. So she took her gloves off. As she was doing that, I was doing my hair in the bathroom, so I washed my hands too. So then we got ready, we start praying and stuff, and I felt like I was on fire, and God showed me like this is literally what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm supposed to be praying for people. I'm supposed to be intercessing for others that don't know how to pray, what to say, or who to say it to, or how to even get out of the situation. Because some people don't know prayer changes things. Some people don't know prayer actually works. Prayer actually it changes the whole environment. It changes you. It changes people. It changes the situation that you did not think could change. It's living. It's a living word. And it's our living word that we're supposed to come to God and do. That's the least we can do. And little do you know, it's not the least of anything. It's It's very massive and I'll just say, yeah, massive in expansion and just like grand in when you use it and what you do with it. Like if your heart posture is in the right place, baby, God will show you the most impossible things. So I got finished and stuff, and I was like walking down, like we was going to the wrong place. So I started walking to where I needed to go. And this lady had stopped me, and I noticed she was in the restroom, and she was like, I just want to let you know, like, your prayer was really good. I'm like, thank you. And it's crazy. I noticed her over there, and that prayer was for everybody in that restroom, especially her. And that's what I told her, because at the end of the day, when I said, Lord, dwell within us, Lord, give us restoration, give us the salvation that only you can give us. Lord, be with us in our environment, in our minds, in our thoughts, in our actions, and how we show up for one another, how we show up for ourselves, how we love ourselves, how we love others. That was for her. That was for everybody in the airport. That was for me. That was for the lady I was actually praying over and intercessing on. But at the end of the day, I did not have that courage, and I did not have the blueprint until I'd seen my baby do it. And I'm going to come back with another part 1, but that will be tomorrow. And that's why I said part 1. But y'all enjoy what I did give y'all, and stay tuned.